To say, Dr. Cosgrove, in the universe of global stars, if Cleveland had to choose between LeBron James and the clinic, I'd take the clinic every day of the week. And twice on Sunday. I was wondering if you could
We're still here.
I wonder if you could just share a little perspective on where you'd like to see the future go with the Evergreen Initiative. This is the area where the clinic and other institutions, the University Circle, are working with small entrepreneurs and seeding companies to help keep dollars in the region.
Yeah, well, as you know, there are two major efforts afoot right now. First is the laundry, and the second is manufacture of solar panels. Those solar panels that I showed you earlier today are your solar panels that we put on our roofs, so we are very supportive of those activities, and we think that they fill two things for us. Obviously, energy is first and jobs is second, and I am very supportive and wish you all kinds of success.
Thank you, Dr. Cosgrove, for being here today. I work on an initiative that is partly funded by the clinic to help employees of the main campus live closer to where they work. And obviously the employees are necessary to deliver the kind of care that you presented here. A lot of times when I do visit the main campus, I get negative comments about the neighborhoods around in the area. And I know that a lot of the higher level and mid-level employees are kind of carted out to the outer ring suburbs. To what point does the health of the neighborhoods around your institution, how are you working to educate the positive attributes of living in the city of Cleveland, countering that population loss that you talked about? How are you working to counter that and to make, I guess, education about the neighborhoods part of the internal culture at the clinic? Yeah,
well, I guess there's a number of things that we have done over the last several years that have been very beneficial, I think, to the neighborhood. Let me start off, first of all, with the physical facilities of the Cleveland Clinic. We've invested hundreds of millions of dollars in the physical facilities, and when I came here 35 years ago, this neighborhood was dangerous. It is no longer dangerous. We've also, the architecture has opened up the facilities. It's taken away the fences. It has cleaned up all of the area around us very significantly. Second thing is we have entered into partnership with our neighbors and the Fairfax community. In the Fairfax community, we have been partners with the Cardiovascular Innovation Center that we did in partnership with them. We have a very nice relationship with them. Similarly, we have opened up things like our farmers market, which is held on our campus for the neighborhood. We've the Langston Hughes Center, where we've put outpatient facilities and physicals, et cetera, and major way invested in that facility. We continue to be concerned about working well with the neighbors, and in fact would like to have more of the neighborhood in our employ. We have put together with Cleveland Foundation investments in mortgages for our employees to live in that particular neighborhood to try and maintain the neighborhood. We think it is equally important for the success of the Cleveland Clinic to provide great medicine, but also be a great partner in Cleveland. Cleveland is in our name. We're not going away. And our success is intimately tied to the success of Cleveland. And that's frankly one of the reasons we're so proactive in supporting the Medical Mart. We think this is a major opportunity for Cleveland and the economy of Cleveland, and think that it will bring a lot of business and a lot of activity and a lot of attention to Cleveland.
Dr. Cosgrove, could you please comment on what effects you feel the recent healthcare reform bill will have on the Cleveland Clinic and healthcare in the United States in general? Yeah,
I think reform is going to do a couple things. It's going to bring more people into the coverage. 30 million more people are going to be covered. Half of those will be covered by Medicaid. How the reimbursement for all that works out, I think it's impossible for it to tell. I think there are two things that are a concern. One is, are there going to be enough physicians to look after the increased demand? That has been a problem in Massachusetts. and people still continue, and in fact there's an increasing attendance at emergency rooms in Massachusetts, even after the reform bill. The second thing I'm concerned about is the finances. Are we going to be able to continue to afford what we are doing right now and to continue to improve? Third thing I think we have to worry very significantly about is innovation. If in fact the comparative effectiveness portion of that law begins to affect innovation over a long period of time, and for those of you who are not intimately involved with this, the comparative effectiveness looks at various treatments for a disease and pays essentially for the one that appears to be the best. Well, this sounds like a novel concept. In fact, it is going on all the time right now as we compare various things and publish the results. My concern is if we only pay for one of those, you begin to limit what people are willing to do in terms of developing new products. Let me give you an example. Right now, a new heart valve takes 10 years to go from concept to clinical. And it takes 10 years more to know that if it's better than the next heart valve. Now, if I was an investor or if I was a manufacturer, would I be interested in essentially putting my dollars down, not knowing whether I'm going to get a return on those dollars for 20 years? I think that that's a stretch. And I'm concerned about stifling innovation in one of our most productive, internationally leading industries in terms of that particular portion of the bill. And we'll have to see again how the regulations are written. But I think we have to watch that and how it affects our exports, our employment, one of our major industries in the United States.
Today at the City Club of Cleveland, we have been listening to Dr. Toby Cosgrove, President and Chief Executive Officer of the Cleveland Clinic. Thank you, Dr. Cosgrove. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This forum is now adjourned.